Like if you found the video valuable. Mara Chen stared out the viewport of the shuttle as the amber haze of Titan filled her vision. Beyond the static glow atmosphere, Saturn's rings stretched like a shimmering halo. The mission had seemed straightforward: investigate why the Titan colony stopped transmitting. But the silence itself was wrong, too abrupt, too complete. "Commander," her pilot said softly, "we're entering the upper atmosphere." Still no signal. Mara nodded, fingers drumming against the console. "Keep listening. They should have at least sent a distress beacon." The Titan colony housed 46 scientists and engineers. People didn't just vanish without a trace. The shuttle cut through thick orange clouds, turbulence rattling the hull. Titan's methane lakes glimmered like obsidian mirrors beneath the dim sunlight. At last, the colony dome appeared on the surface, intact, silver gray against the frozen wasteland. But it was dark. No lights, no motion. They touched down, and the silence pressed closer. Even the comms with the orbital relay crackled with strange interference, as if Titan itself rejected outside voices. Mara activated her helmet and stepped into the colony airlock. Frost covered the metal door. Her gloved hand brushed over it. The ice felt newly formed. That meant the heaters had failed only recently. Inside, the corridors were still and lifeless. No bodies, no sign of struggle, just abandoned mugs, half-played card games, a jacket left hanging on a chair. It was as if everyone had simply walked away. Her suit sensors picked up something odd: elevated radiation levels in the central lab. The pilot stayed behind while Mara followed the readings deeper into the dome. The lab was a hollow cathedral of silence. Instruments stood frozen mid-operation, lights dead. In the middle of the room sat the communications array, but it wasn't broken. It was deliberately powered down. Mara crouched, brushing frost off the controls. Someone had shut the system off manually. But why? A faint hum rose behind her. She turned sharply. Nothing moved, only the stale air and drifting condensation from her own breath. Then her visor flickered. The helmet display glitched, static racing across the glass. For a moment, her reflection shifted. Not her face, but dozens of others. The colonists, their eyes wide, their mouths open in silent screams. Mara staggered back. What the? The comms array pulsed faintly, like a heartbeat. Her headset filled with whispering voices layered together, 1,000 fractured syllables. Words bent and twisted into something almost recognizable. Not alone, not alone. Her suit alarms shrieked. The radiation was spiking, but it wasn't from the equipment. It was emanating from the silence itself. She backed away, breathing hard. "This is Chen. We need immediate evac." The channel broke apart into static. And then she realized the truth. The colonists hadn't left the dome. They were still here, in the silence. Whatever they had uncovered on Titan, it had consumed them, folding their voices into an echo that lived within the dead air. Her display flickered again, and this time the faces pressed closer, crowding the glass, begging for release. Mara ran, boots striking frozen metal. The silence followed like a living thing, swallowing her footsteps. By the time she reached the shuttle, she wasn't sure if the pilot was really waiting for her, or if the silence had taken him, too. She strapped in, hands trembling, as the engines roared to life. Titan's dome shrank behind her, disappearing into its endless orange haze. But the voices didn't fade. They whispered through her comms, through the vibrations in the hull, even through the silence of her own mind. "We are not gone. We are beyond."